Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a hilarious show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel here. So as you guys know, we're in the middle of August. This is kind of like the low period in sports content. Is really nothing to talk about, but every once in a while, one or two interesting things come up, during this period as we're all waiting for the NBA season to start, which is going to be starting in the next, I'll say, month and a half. Things start kicking off towards late September with training camp and all of that. And then, of course, in October, when things start to get really, really exciting. But throughout the off season, people are looking for, various things to say. And that's what happened here. Yesterday, I tuned in to an episode of Gil's Arena, and on the panel they had Gilbert Arenas, Rashard McCann, and Kendrick Perkins, right? And they were talking about a range of different things. I think at one point they were talking about Paul George with the Philadelphia 76ers. I think they were talking about LeBron's legacy in the Olympics. And they were talking about a bunch of different things. Yeah, and then they got to the Lakers, where they were talking about their expectations for JJ Redick coming to the season. I guess there was a backstory of they were filming somewhere, I think in Vegas, and JJ Redick was, I think, outside the studio giving like ice grilling Rashard McCann, and Rashard McCann is there filming something like that, some kind of weird interaction. I don't know, right? I don't know what that's about, but they were kind of alluding to it. So they then get to the point where they're like, well, what are your expectations for the Lakers this season, right? Where do you think this team is going to end up being? And what ensued after that was just absolute comedy, because they were out here talking about, I think the Lakers are going to be really good. And other players like Kenya Martin, it was like, bro, what the hell are you even talking about? So for those of you who didn't hear this exchange here, I want to play for you now, and then want to come back and react to their comments. Take a listen to these guys here.
So Lakers excited about this roster. JJ Redick making his NBA head coaching debut with this squad. Is a healthy Lakers a top 4 team in the West?
After the look JJ gave us in Vegas,
It was a confusing look.
and the way he treated my boy Steve, I don't got no love for the Lakers, man.
You ain't gotta have love for them.
No, what
Just tell the truth.
other excuses you need not to like the Lakers? We
They're
know
not-
you don't like. You don't need another excuse.
There's going to be more
This
excuses
was
whole season.
the way they did Steve, the way JJ looked, the way they
The way they
smelled.
did Darvin Ham, or they cooked that ham over there, man.
So, Shab, when we saw JJ in Vegas, he was outside the glass when we were at the SiriusXM studios at the Wynn doing our Gil's Arenas from Vegas. Kind of gave you a look. Did not come
it
in,
was
no
kinda
dab.
like, come outside, look.
Like,
Why
come
you
see
going
me.
Outside, why this window right here?
Why you
Move
go
this
outside
window.
then?
Which was
Why you
obviously,
go outside then?
you lift a
We
lot of
was
weight, so I was
working,
kind of
man.
curious what
I'm
that
at
looked
work.
like.
Took your
You
mic
can't
off.
come to my work. You can't come to work.
Came to your place of business,
Talk about
your
the work.
makeshift temporary place
Work,
of business.
man.
Duke Carolina rivalry.
Yeah,
Did not even walk in and have some Tasty Teas cheesecake.
None of that.
Didn't get a Perrier.
None of that.
I heard him say it was Duke Blue. That's what I heard.
Duke Blue. That's what they be saying. He ain't never won one, though.
Top 4.
No,
With this squad.
no,
Nah. Not a chance.
If they're healthy,
no.
This squad?
this squad healthy.
Nah. Maybe what was it, last year or the year before? Year before they went against Joker and them?
Twice, back-to-back seasons, Western Conference Finals.
With the Western Conference
2023.
Finals, that was kind of like, you could take this roster then,
Similar squad, though.
but you can't do it now. Everybody's involved.
I got us 5th or 6th.
Six.
Okay,
I got
that's
you
reasonable.
six.
I got, we got
Comfortably in
bring
the playoffs.
bring your son to career day, right? You know what I mean?
After
When you
school.
bring your son, you got to do extra, right? You got to pretend, when you bring your son, he got to pretend that he's bigger than what he is. Yeah. So this is what we do. That's gonna be Bron. Yeah, he gonna out there average about 32, son. This is how I do this. Here. Woo! We might get a new Bron. We might get a 32-year-old Bron now.
He averaged 32. Y'all gonna be 12th place.
Damn, say that.
Damn, King.
Oh, damn.
Have some faith.
I know, man. God damn, dog.
Man, to play in regularly, he averaged 32.
That what? No. Don't say we the play in. We are the playoff team.
No, play in.
No. Old school record. We playoff team.
No,
We've been
we talking
7
about
2 times.
We're talking about 24, 25 season.
I get it. but we still a 7 seed both years. That's a playoff team.
That's why you bringing up old.
Like, so when people like, Eddie, y'all barely made the playoff. No, we're a 7 seed 2 years straight. We ain't the 9th or 10th seed, and we getting help. We are legit 7 seed.
In-season tournament champions, play-in champions.
But bring it, look, hey man, he bringing his son to school. I mean, he bringing his son to his job, so he might be on a whole nother level, dog.
So you heard what they had to say. What are my thoughts on them talking about the Lakers, where they're going to be next season, right? In terms of, the outlook. Well, I'm actually trying to pull up the NBA standings right now. Okay. Let's look at the NBA standings last year. All right. And I believe this is correct. Yes. Last year, let's just look at the Western Conference. You had the Oklahoma City Thunder at number 1. You had the Denver Nuggets at number 2. You had the Minnesota Timberwolves at number 3. You had the Los Angeles Clippers at number 4. You had the Dallas Mavericks at number 5. You had the Phoenix Suns at number 6. And these were the following playing teams. You had the New Orleans Pelicans at number 7, the Los Angeles Lakers at number 8. You had the Sacramento Kings at number 9, and you had the Golden State Warriors at number 10. And then I think the Lakers ended up beating the Pelicans. Yes, they ended up beating the Pelicans. And then for that 7th seed, and they ended up facing Denver in round 1. Right, I remember that. So these were the standings, right? You have OKC at 1, Denver 2, Minnesota 3, Clippers 4, Dallas, Phoenix, and then New Orleans, LA, Sacramento, and Golden State. Gilbert Arenas is saying, oh, they could probably be a 7 seed. The host is saying, could they be a 4 seed? Now, the 4 seed is just total delusion. But let's discuss the reality of the Lakers possibly going up the ladder next year. Oklahoma City is going to be one of the top seeds in the West. Given the fact that a lot of people thought SGA should have won the MVP, there's going to be some motivation there. Denver is definitely going to be in the mix, right? They lost Jackson. He went to the Sixers. Reggie Jackson, he went to the Sixers, and they replaced him with Russell Westbrook. That was their big offseason acquisition after losing Bruce Brown. And I think they lost KCP. I'm not sure. I think they lost him. I'm not sure. But anyway, you have Denver in the mix. They're going to be a top team. You have the Minnesota Timberwolves, who I believe went to the Western Conference Finals against the Dallas Mavericks. So you have them. Those are going to be top teams. Then you have the Dallas Mavericks, who, of course, are going to be a top seed. And then you have the other teams in the mix. You have the Phoenix Suns. You have the Clippers, who I don't know what's going to happen with them. And you have the Lakers. And then you have the Warriors. The real question they're asking in that soundbite is, do you believe that the Lakers are going to be a contender next year? That's the real question, right? That's where it's all leading to. Well, we have to look at the roster. For example, let's look at the Clippers. They lost some players. They lost Paul George. They lost Russell Westbrook. They retained Kawhi. They retained James Harden, and they picked up some other pieces that I can't remember right now. The Dallas Mavericks are also going to be there. What moves did the Lakers make? The Lakers they drafted the shooter at 17. I forgot his name, the 17th pick, and they drafted Bronny James. Those are the only real offseason moves that they made, and really that was through the draft, right? So the Lakers, by and large, are the same team. They're the same team that's 1 year older. LeBron will be 40 years old this year. Now, there are people out there that have said, oh, well, we believe the Lakers could have done better had they not drawn the, the Denver Nuggets. I'm not sure about that. I think OKC is legit. Denver is obviously legit. I think Minnesota is legit. And I think that Dallas is legit. I think those are the top 4 teams in the West this year as well. And then, of course, you have to think about the Memphis Grizzlies, who's going to be having Ja Morant come back. And they're a pretty good team even when Ja's not there, but I think they went through some injuries last year. So will the Lakers be good? I think they'll be good enough to be a playoff team. That I do believe. In terms of challenging those teams at the top of the conference, I don't believe so. I don't believe the Clippers are as well. I think the top teams are going to be Denver, OKC, Minnesota, Dallas. And then we need to look for whoever's going to come out of the Western Conference out of those 4 teams there. So these are my thoughts on it. What I want to know from you guys is, what is your analysis on today's show? What do you think about our analysis on today's show? And where do you think the Lakers are going to be this season? Do you think they're going to be a top 4 seed, a bottom 4 seed, or do you think they're going to be a play-in team? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.